Hey, what's up everyone? This is Mr. GWS, and last night around 10 p.m. LG announced their new flagship LG G7 ThinQ, which is kind of weird. It's still a very weird name with the ThinQ on it, but what I see is still very promising somehow. And yeah, it's a 6.1-inch display. It's quite a huge phone if you felt it's like too big, but actually from what I saw it's between the size of the S9 and the S9 Plus, yeah, Galaxy S9. Yeah, it says 6-inch in full rectangle, 5.9 excluding the notch region. And that new display will be QHD plus full vision. Is still it's a new MLCD. It's still a LCD display, but it packs more white pixels than a regular IPS panel, and it also has a super bright display which can max out up to 1000 nits, which to maximize the battery. But the battery on this phone is 3000 milliamps, which I think is still back to the LG days. Because it's kind of weird, G2, G3, G4, and G. Yeah, these three LG G series packs 3000 milliamps. G5 is slightly smaller, G6 is bigger, but this time it's back to like square one, like 3000 milliamp again. And the new cameras will have a new AI cameras, which is not surprised since they also use that on the V30s, and also because this one is the AI software which also apply to V30 and G6 as well, and they will call it V30 ThinQ or G6 ThinQ. That's what they call. And if you see that hashtag or a prefix or whatever you call say LG G7 ThinQ or the packs the new AI pack 2.0. Yeah, the new AI is to adjust any scenes, even though it's nothing special, and it also will detect any scenes like a pet or the flower or a food or even scenery. And they will also have a new bright camera, super bright camera, which brightens up all some of the dark areas. But I think one of the disadvantage is it will have a very low frame rate, so you might need to hold your phone steady than before. Yeah, and yes, both are dual 16 megapixel camera. One is one is f1.6, the other is f1.9. They have the same megapixels. Yeah, and this time the f-stop is slightly shorter, rather than the G7. No, the G6. Yes, G6. The main is f1.8. The other is, I think, it's f2.4 or 2.2. I'm not very sure, but it's a very big improvement. Yeah, it's very similar as the V30. Yes, but I think nowadays LG smartphone cameras, I think their field of view is getting narrower this time. Like every series are getting narrow and narrow, because it used to be like 135. Then okay, the G5 and the V20 are 135. Then G6 and the V30 maybe around 120. But this time is getting narrower, maybe because it will have a better wide angle cameras, but it's like the field of view is getting narrower. I think same of the front facing camera, which I think is very grateful, because the new G7 is using 8 megapixels, and they will claim to be as wide as 90 degree, but some I saw is like 80 something, and you see that, yeah, 80 something, 80 degrees, 82, 80, 90. Not very sure how much it will be. Yeah, just checking out. And yeah, the cameras will also can record HDR 4K video, which is time grace. I think many people will more or less like it. And time for the boombox speaker, even though yeah, it's still a mono speaker, but I think it will make it very loud this time. And it says the DTSX LG boombox edition. It is verified by DTS indeed. And let's see. Hey, skip that. And also it will also have a Google Assistant, which I think that extra key is a Google Assistant, but and it also cannot be remapped, which I do hope LG can maybe a software update or something to remap that special key, because it will be great to use as a second shutter key, camera shutter key to take selfies. I think that's a very good idea, but I think this time the button arrangement is a bit further than the Samsung, because not to mistaken the buttons between the Bixby and the volume rocker. And yes, it packs Snapdragon 845, which is no surprise, 6 gigs or 4 gigs of RAM, and 128 and 64 gigs of storage respectively. Of course, the larger version, 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, is what we call LG G7 ThinQ. Yeah, that's what it's called. And it also has a expandable memory, as always, Android 8.0 Oreo, and also has fast charging, wireless charging. Yeah, the 3000 mAh is quite small indeed. It also has quite a lot of specs. Bluetooth 5.0, USB-C, NFC. Yeah, it's more or less what you get on a flagship phone. And I think it also has a new customizable notch. I know many people doesn't like the notch, but I have no idea why they want to call new second screen, which I don't really understand. As you can see, yeah, it doesn't state there, but yeah, there is new second screen. Let me draw a circle on you. There is new. I have no idea why they want to call new second screen, even though it's not really useful at all. All they do is just show the notification icon and the time and the battery percentage. But other than that, it's not the same as the LG V series second screen. It's not the same at all. Don't be mistaken from this new second screen. And yes, it will still have always on display, which is nice to have. Yeah, even though, and it also has water and dust resistance, IP68, HDR10. Yeah, even though it doesn't state it will have a Dolby Vision enhancement, even though I don't really use, because it doesn't have the conversion like Sony Xperia Z2 does with standard to HDR video. It doesn't have that. But yeah, it is a slightly taller phone than the G6, and yeah, it's still one of the flagship phones to have an FM radio aside Asus. Yeah, the Zenfone 5Z more or less will have that. The Zenfone 4 Pro already has that as well, and it's nice to have on the G7. Hopefully the V40 will have that, and same thing, V40 hopefully there's stereo speakers this time rather than just a mono surround sound speaker. Yeah, DTSX is different from the DTS headphones. It's a different thing. I think it's more enhancement, more fulfill surround sound. So that's about it, and I'm really looking forward to look forward to the G7 ThinQ, and hopefully I might want to get one as well, Since it's a really promising phone, yeah, even though there is some flaws like 3000 mAh battery, but it's still a really good phone, and the cameras is finally go to 8 megapixels. Hopefully it will release in Singapore soon, and there you go. If you like this video, comment and subscribe to my channel, Mr. GWS. Hit me out on Facebook, on YouTube, and as always, I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.